Plank. Presented by Jeep continues right now on ABC Action News Now.
All right, welcome back. Final segment of The Plank. Thanks for tuning in online at abcactionnews.com. John Sable alongside Laura Harris.
Laura Harris here.
Yes. Don't need a title for you anymore. Just there you are.
There I am.
Going in for Tom Korn. All right, we've had a whole show here talking about the Buccaneers, and it's a segment we always like to do. It's a fun segment. We don't take it seriously. It's just something fun, lighten the mood, and especially after a Monday.
We need a little laughter in our lives.
Right. So we're discussing who should walk the plank. A lot of different candidates, if you will.
Yes,
But
there are quite a few.
You want to give away who we picked?
But only one can walk the plank, ladies and gentlemen, and that one is none other than head coach Lovie Smith.
My kick got better than last year.
That animation is something else.
I mean, I think, like we said, we have fun with this. It's not, we don't mean it in a mean way, but it's just kind of a fun thing to do. Lovie Smith even admitted that it came down to coaching, that he didn't get the team better prepared that they thought they would. So hopefully this weekend at the Saints, they can Bucs maybe pull out a win. And speaking of that, Laura, what are your keys, your lessons learned?
All right, here are my lessons learned from last night's game. Winston's rookie mistakes. We're not blaming it all on him, but let's just be completely honest. When you're in the pocket, play action's happening, you know you don't see any receivers open. You cannot throw the football straight at the other team. I know that sounds like I'm just, putting that out there, the obvious. But honestly, that's what was happening. You could tell they were reading his eyes all night long. He's got to make sure he's not making those rookie mistakes. Really hone in on that film today and for the rest of the week and make sure he's taking care of the football. Tighten up on the secondary. The safeties look like they were getting run over all day long. They've got to figure out a way to get on the same page and make sure when you're dropping back, where your player is. And preparation. I can't overstate that enough. I feel like we just were not prepared for that football game. And the fact of the matter is, Tennessee Titans were a 2-14 football team last year. They come into Raymond James and you get beat like that. They have got to come up big to play the New Orleans Saints. You know what? I completely agree with all yours because mine pretty much the same thing. Winston's decision-making needs to get better, but he's a rookie. He's going to make rookie mistakes. I said this before the season. Tom Korn and I were discussing this, actually. Winston's going to make a lot of Bucs fans happy and frustrated at the same time because of his aggressive style of play. That needs to improve. Dirk Cutter, the offensive coordinator, is really going to get into him and is really going to help him with that and hopefully break some of those bad habits that he formed in college. Still, week one. Discipline. Penalties killed the Buccaneers yesterday. 12 penalties for 97 yards. That's just not good. That's coming down to coaching and getting them ready. Hopefully that changes. And also the better defensive mindset. You mentioned the secondary. The defense gave up 42 points. That was supposed to be the strength of this team, but it wasn't last night. So hopefully. Fingers crossed. Like I said, this is Monday. They're over there at $1 right now watching film, getting ready. They're in the weight room. This might be a wake-up call. You never know. They might win the next 4 straight. Well, Lovie Smith is going to talk to the media at 3:30. We'll have all the sound from the locker room, too, coming up on ABC Action News at 6 and then again at 11 tonight. Here's the matchup next week. Both the Bucs and Saints 0-1. New Orleans lost yesterday in the desert to the Cardinals. Surprisingly lost there. Yeah, and I will say this. For the Bucs, this is a great place to be. You go, you play in the NFC South, you win this weekend, and look, you're 1-1, and you're 1-0 in the division. In the division. There you go. Well said, and hopefully they can get a W, and we'll be talking about that next week right here on The Plank. Laura, thanks for stopping by. Hey. Filling in, right? It's always a pleasure. For Laura Harris, I'm John Sable. Tom Korn and I will be back here next week for week 2 of The Plank. Thanks for watching, and hopefully the Buccaneers can pull out a win in week 2 next week.